Welcome to the details. It's a combination of anxiety, nervousness, worry and anger in Takoradi this afternoon. Residents and relatives of the three missing girls are on the edge of their seats as they await news of Ruthlaf Kwesen, Priscilla Mantibia Kranche and Priscilla Bentum, who were kidnapped many months ago. They remain in captivity. This morning, the Daily Guide newspaper, known to have very strong ties to government, reported the girls had been found and that a government is to issue a statement on that in the coming hours. Well, that information has heightened the level of anxiety among the people, forcing them to throng to the police headquarters and other places looking for information. We'll take you live to Takoradi shortly for more on that. But first, here is editor of the Daily Guide newspaper, Fortune Alimi, who has been given details about what the paper says is the rescue of the girls.
We received a report that they've been rescued, they've been brought to Accra, they are receiving treatment in a facility belonging to the security agencies or specifically at the BNI clinic. That's the information we had yesterday. We were convinced, based on the reports we received, that at least the CID Director General has given information about 2-3 weeks ago that they have reports of closing in on the girls. They've located the place and they are almost rescuing them. So when we received the information, we were comfortable because the source is very authentic.
Okay.
And we believe in the source. So based on that, we run with the story.
When you received the report from the BNI, the police said they were not aware of this, if I heard you clearly.
Yes, it's possible because sometimes, even in the police setup, a particular police station may have a case. When you call the headquarters may not even be aware. Because maybe you are lucky to have a wind of the story. Sure. Until you give them additional information before they can contact the said police station and get the adequate briefing from them. So sometimes it doesn't work that all information should be processed at the same time by the different security agents.
Sure.
According to the sources, either the source or the sources, they've sent to the facilities in order to examine them to make sure that they are okay, everything is okay with them before the next step. And I have a very strong feeling that maybe within the next couple of hours or days, there may be official statements or official confirmation about the breakthrough.
Fortune Alimi is with the Daily Guide as a news editor. Permit me to take you now to Takoradi. Inathalia Kwanza is our correspondent there, has been following this story from day one. Hello, Ina. Ina, if you can hear me, it appears there is so much confusion, even in newsrooms, even in the entire country. What is the situation in Takoradi as we speak?
Well, you see, in Takoradi there is a mixed feeling. A lot of people think the story being put across by Daily Guide is not accurate, because if it is, then the family should be in the know. And here is the family who is also as in the dark, just like all of us. They don't even know, they've not been informed. So the feeling in the Western region now is a mixed one.
Mixed feelings. The family is obviously not aware of this. Is police in the region engaging the family or doing anything about it?
This morning, the three families went to the regional police headquarters to find out from them if they can officially tell them that indeed the girls have been rescued. But when they got there, they also told them they don't have any information of that sort coming in.
And what are people saying generally? Are they expecting that with time the police will provide further information, or are they just helpless, or are they just feeling hopeless?
Some are expecting that the police would come up, since a newspaper has come up with this. The police would either come up and either challenge this to be true or false. So they are in anticipation, waiting. When we spoke to the news editor, people heard it, and then I get people calling in and saying that, okay, they are waiting for the said press release or statement that the news editor is saying would come in a couple of hours or a day. So people in the Western region are waiting for that statement or press conference to be held.
And we also know that the Concerned Mothers of Ghana, a group that came up as part of, the campaign to help find the girls, they've also been expressing a lot of views about this. Have they heard this? Has there been any reaction from their part?
They haven't done anything yet, but with a few interviews they've granted within the metropolis, you can feel from what they are saying that they are equally disappointed that if for nothing at all, the families, if indeed they have been rescued, the families should be the first people to know.
Ina Thalia Kwanzaa, thank you very much. Ina is with Radio Maxwell. She also corresponds for us here at JoyNews. But we're not done with this story yet. Let's get a security analyst for some views on this as well. Just maybe we'll get some more information. Adam Bona is Chief Executive of Security Warehouse. He's joining us via Skype. Mr. Bona, good afternoon and thank you very much for your time. The last time that we spoke to you about this, the police hierarchy had organized a press conference. At this press conference, they indicated that they knew where the girls were. You were one of the people that said that we need to give the police time. If they say they knew it, we should give them some time. At this point, looking at the confusion that it appears the entire country has been thrown into, would you say you still stand by that position?
Good afternoon to your viewers. Yes, I still stand by that position. And I'm saying this because yesterday when this whole rescue thing came out in the media, I made efforts to speak to the police hierarchy. I won't tell you who I spoke to ask them directly to confirm or deny if it is true that the girls are in the country. And I was told that no, they haven't been rescued. I made a follow-up call to some of the families of the victims in Takoradi. I called some of them, asked them if they were aware of this, and they did also say no, they are not aware of this. And so, my earlier on scenarios I created, I'm hoping that one of them might be the issue, or one of them would hold. Where have they been rescued? It's possible they've been rescued. It's possible they've been rescued because I am aware that the director of the BNI is deeply involved in this, and there's been a lot of movement from his outfit, but that notwithstanding, this issue squarely is within the domain of the Ghana police, and so the Ghana police would have to come out and tell the country whether it is true or it is not true. We still have to give them time. I believe we have to give them time, yeah.
Well, giving them time. Now, from what you're saying, the BNI seems to, be in a very instructive position here. They've been leading the investigation, you're saying. And this is actually some information that some sources have actually also said. But then again, should we wait for the police? Because if the BNI is in charge of the investigation, what it means is that the police probably knows nothing.
Well, it's not possible because the police actually made a formal request to the BNI for assistance, because it is assumed that because of the nature of the Bureau of National Investigations, they have access to certain systems that helps them to be able to tap into some communication gadgets and be able to track and trace and probably neutralize, targets. And so the police CID actually fell on them, asked them to assist them with this particular investigation, which the BNI, right from the word go in the Western region, started helping the Western Regional Police Command, as far as I know. And then when you take a look at the director in terms of the national the CID at the headquarters, they subsequently also had to rely or relate or work in collaboration with the BNI to be able to effectively do a rescue. But I want to believe that these three scenarios, the first one has to do with before the police CID came out to say we know where they are, there are three things. The first one is they would have rescued them before coming out to say it. These are the three scenarios. Rescue them before coming out to say it, or else then there won't be the need to say we know where they are. The second scenario is where they have the building surrounded by their snipers, and they have the building surrounded by their operatives, and they is on guard 24/7. If you look at this second scenario, it's been 21 days or more than 21 days. You can't have that particular building. These kidnappers have kept these girls in captivity under siege for 21 days. I mean, that would be something that, for me, we haven't seen in the context of Africa, where maybe in other places, but one location under siege for 21 days is too long. And so that scenario is probably out of it. Then you have the third scenario, which has to do with before they came out to say, we know where they are, they had their hands on the trigger, they actually knew where the girls were, and probably they were attempting a rescue. That particular scenario is also out of the door. And so the only scenario left for me, from my aspect point of view, is they might have rescued them before coming out, or else then the confusion goes on, and probably they would have to come out and tell us, what we are hearing. Is it true? Right. I have spoken to the top, the top hierarchy of the Ghana police, and some of them, I've spoken to some of them, and I'm told that no, we haven't rescued them, but I doubt that if the BNI has them in their custody, the Ghana police would not know, because I know intel I picked from when the police came out to make that categorical statement. I checked and I was told that this is how I knew the outline of what they were going to do between themselves and the BNI. And so there's something that is just not right. There's something that is just not right.
Something that is just not right. Don't you think that this entire confusion, this anxiety, that everything is really, that if there is blame, and if there is the necessity for blame at all, it has to go right to the doorstep of the police for organizing that press conference? Otherwise, to what extent do you think that press conference was necessary?
Well, I think the press conference was necessary, but probably the only aspect that up to today might not be so necessary was when they made that categorical statement to the effect that we know where they are. But apart from that, the press conference actually highlighted so many things about some, excuse me to say, foreigners, Nigerians who were raping women after robberies and all that. There were so many other things.
So apart from those others,
needed to know.
Apart from those others, perhaps they shouldn't have mentioned this particular case at the press conference. Yes. Then all of us wouldn't be facing this confusion, do you think? And causing the family even more anxiety and pain.
Yes, if you ask me, up to today, when if you had asked me this question that day, I think I spoke to your network and a few other networks. I was quite happy, because then the first scenario, which is they have done the rescue and they probably need to take them through psychological counseling and all that. But 21 days is obviously too much. And therefore, I would say that today, if you ask me, I would say probably if indeed there hasn't been any rescue before this categorical statement was made, then what I can say is that this is something that they shouldn't have said at all. But probably time will tell. Maybe they have them in their custody together with the BNI. And we don't know, because I have checked and they are telling me, no, who am I to say they have them? But we can only give them some benefit of the doubt.
Okay. Well, some preliminary checks that we have also made at the BNI shows that they don't have the girls there, by the way. But we still need, the confirmation from the police.